Tatai. Sello, good morning to you and welcome to AM News.
Good morning, Elvis.
Leading up to the main event on Saturday, Sello, can you tell us what is the situation like on the ground there?
Well, it's fairly calm here at Marikana. You'll remember that just this past weekend, there was a security sweep where the police were conducting some raids in many of the informal settlements here, including mine hostels, to see to it that calm prevails here ahead of the commemoration. But of critical importance, again, is to see to it that any form of violence is averted ahead of the Marikana. Just last week, we saw branch secretary of AMCU being assassinated, and also the following day there was also a killing of the HR manager of Samanco mine here. So the situation is fairly calm, but there are those patterns of instability. But police are saying they'll stop at nothing to see to it that all things run smoothly ahead of the commemoration.
Now the commemoration is on Saturday. How's the mood on the ground like for all the people that has lost their loved ones there?
Well, there are a series of events that have been organized ahead of the commemoration. Yesterday, there was a symposium by Sikhala Sonke Women's Forum. This forum was founded in 2012, just after the massacre. Its primary objective by then was to help the widows of the Marikana massacre deal and cope with their loss. But since then, it has evolved into a civic organization, if you like, where it is now concentrating on the socio-economic challenges confronting women on a daily basis. And they were very much critical with how things are at the moment at Marikana, saying that to a large extent there hasn't been any development since the massacre. And that sentiment is also shared by the Benchmark Foundation, which have done some diagnosis around the Platinum Belt, particularly with regards to the living conditions of mine workers, saying that at Lonmin alone, more than 27,000 of its employees live in squalor conditions. And they are appealing that there has to be a swift intervention to see to it that the lives of these mine workers are upgraded. But of interest, though, is the fact that the government has committed, together with Lonmin, to build more than 2,000 housing units for these workers, and that project will cost more than 3 billion.
Now talk to us about the Out Symposium that was held by the women's organization.
Yes, in that particular forum, there was Benchmark Foundation, as I indicated. There was also Bishop Sioka, who was instrumental in bringing about peace here at Marikana. He was very much critical with the evidence of the Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, at the commission yesterday, saying that he was not that in the commission with anything, in fact, saying that as a negotiator, he could have helped bring about normality regarding the events that led to the massacre. And also the people who were at that particular symposium saying that to a large extent this symposium is taking too long. It is not really assisting the people who are at pain, who suffered the loss, particularly the widows, saying that most of them stay in hotels, but when they go back home empty-handed. They've got nothing to provide for their families, asking Lonmin to really come to the party and assist these widowers to be able to afford life and to be also able to overcome some of the socio-economic challenges confronting them on a daily basis. So the symposium in itself was particularly aimed at coming up with solutions that will help these widows, women in the mining sector and the women who are staying in the Platinum Belt at the main operations of Lonmin, your Emplet and Impala, help them become economically active and help them become active participants of what is currently happening, particularly with the socio-economic conditions that they find themselves in on a daily basis.
Now, they said there's a number of activities during the course of the week leading up to the main commemoration. What are some of those other events, Sello?
Well, tomorrow we are expecting a lecture which has been organized by Ghana Support Group. We're expecting that in that particular lecture there will be a screening of a film that was produced and directed by Richard Desire, which is called Miners Shot Down. But on Friday, that is where there will be a lot of movement, where we are going to see NGOs, international organizations, trying to get a glimpse of what this Marikana is about, what workers really went through on that particular day. So those are some of the activities that we are expecting starting from tomorrow, going to Friday, and obviously the big day on Saturday.
And then lastly, the main commemoration rally on Saturday, what can we expect?
Well, we are expecting different organizations, political organizations. You'll remember that last year opposition parties came in numbers. Whether was that aimed at gaining support ahead of the elections remains neither here nor them. But of importance that we are expecting different role players in the society to come and commemorate the lives that were lost on the 16th of August, but also the 10 people who were killed in that week. You'll know that 2 police officers were killed on the 12th of August, and also 2 security guards were killed, and the other one was set alight. So we are expecting different people from different walk of lives to come and commemorate the day, and also Lonmin will also be a part of the commemoration. The political parties, last year government did not attend. We don't know whether today they'll form part and parcel of that particular commemoration.
Sello, thank you so much for your time in that report. That's our reporter on the scene, Sello Tatai, coming live from Marikana. Now, 50 years after his death, the family